That's the sound of a beautiful red-breasted robin. Singing its little heart out right outside my studio. Imagine a world with no birds on. What would that be like? That'd be horrible, wouldn't it? I was just thinking how majestic they are. So cool. What's he saying, I wonder? Wow. So welcome, Safe Harbour listeners. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us again on this day in 2021. Wherever you are in the world, whatever's going on for you today, we hope that you enjoy this time with Phil and I as we sit together and chew the fat. We're really stoked that you are choosing to be with us today to listen. And make yourself a nice cup of tea, settle in, and I'm going to go and do the same with this little robin. Hope you enjoy the show. Cheers for now. Welcome to Safe Harbour. This sounds like one of those weather intros, but it's not. It's Phil and Jamie.
What was it? Yeah, Dogger 904.
The weather.
Yeah.
The weather on the east coast.
The shipping forecast.
It's like a shipping forecast.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Safe Harbour, it did sound a bit like that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Safe Harbour. This is another episode. And what we're going to be talking about today is powerful questions. We're going to do a powerful question deep dive. So what do we mean by that, Phil?
Well, it's very nautical. I just noticed that. I know we're called Safe Harbour, but everything is so nautical, isn't it? Deep dive, shipping forecast. We just need to get some pirate sounds on here and seagulls, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Powerful questions deep dive. Yeah, so we thought we left you hanging last week's show where we told you about listening well and powerful questions. And we did some questions. You know, we covered it, but we didn't really go into a deep dive or give you any structure for how to do it. So we're going to look at that, right? Powerful questions or open questions and closed questions. We're going to give you the comparisons and the differences.
Why would we be doing that for our Safe Harbour listeners?
Well, because the quality of how you ask a question denotes how the other person is able then to answer it, I think, largely.
Because we were staying really curious last time, weren't we? We were talking a lot about curiosity, staying in level 2 and level 3. And the way to stay in those level 2 and 3 is one way is to stay curious. Yeah. Stay curious about the other person that you're talking to and not be thinking about your own experience.
Or what's for dinner? What's for dinner tonight? Yeah.
Or how could I make myself look good talking to this person who's just come back from Colombia? And the story's really exciting, and I can go, oh yeah, I've seen that on telly when they're talking to you about their jungle experience in Colombia.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
That would close a conversation down.
Well, I noticed how intimate you got with that. There, you were very close to the mic, and it was very intimate. It was very intimate when you're describing Colombia, man. Yeah. So powerful questions. So. Give me your rendition of a closed question. Let's start with closed question.
A closed question. So counterintuitive for me because all
right, we can start with an open question if you like. What's an open question?
My favourite open question is, what's important to you about that?
All right. And what's important about that?
It enables my the person I'm having a conversation with to question, I hadn't thought about that actually. Can go another layer under.
Okay.
Yeah. Or what matters to you about that? What's important to you about that? Or what matters to you about that? Okay. Is an open question.
Love it. And what's open about it? I know but I'm asking for us to sort of break it apart. So yeah, how do we know that that's an open question?
Well, it's a what question for a
All right.
start, rather than a why.
And where does what take us?
What takes us to a place of question and curiosity and pondering and I hadn't thought about that. A why question would take me straight into my head and go and I'd feel slightly self-conscious. Why does he want me to? What does he mean why? He's questioning me. He's second guessing me. Why is it important? Well, it just is important to me. Versus what's important to you about that?
Yeah.
Has me go, what's important to me about that is, well, it just is because and then off I go.
Nice. So a powerful question is one that has the listener dig deeper, discover more about themselves, right? And about the subject that they're talking about. And it opens, so it's also called an open question. So what it does is it allows the person to not just jump to a stock answer, and it doesn't cordon that listener off. And we'll talk about closed questions in a minute, yeah? But what it does is it has us, when we hear that, so what's important about that? It's like, it makes us think and inquire. It makes us question our response. And it gives us more breathing space to be able to consider what we want to say as opposed to just stock answer. Well, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, would be an answer to a why.
I love what you were saying about why there. Do you know what was coming up for me when you talk about the why question? Why sounds a bit accusatory, doesn't it? I noticed that. I mean, I was taught in my training like years back that don't necessarily ask clients why questions because it's almost like, why did you do that? You know, what were you thinking? So there's an accusatory energy about it. Yeah. How does it feel for you, like listening to it, being asked, well, why? You know, why?
It does. It feels like a tea's telling me off.
That's what came to mind, mate. Yeah, I was thinking,
Yeah.
oh, blimey.
Why did you do that?
What? Nothing. Did nothing. What?
Just
me?
freeze.
What me, miss?
Freeze. Don't
Yes.
move. If I stay still, then they won't ask me why again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whereas
Fight
a
or
what
flight.
is like, what was it about that?
So, open question. Why else might it be called an open question? Is because what it does is, like, I always consider, like, when I used to train this, when I used to do these intro mornings for CTI, I used to draw this on the flip chart, and it was a little stickman guy with his arms up, open, wide, you know, sort of doing sort of capital letter Y above him. And it was like, you know, when you ask somebody a what question or an open question, that's what it does exactly. It opens them up, and they're able to find possibilities and discover more about themselves in that sort of question. You know, it leads them into new territory. I think it's another good metaphor. It takes them into new landscapes. Yeah.
It does. It sends me on a journey. We go, or me and the person I'm having a conversation with can go on a journey together from a what question. Because it's curiosity again. It comes back to curiosity. I know by that person asking me a what question, I know that they actually give a shit about what I'm talking about, and they're curious and they want to know. And so let's get there, like almost like we hold hands and go on a journey together with what questions. What's about that? And what did that make you feel? What's it like to feel that? What's it like to experience that? What's it like to let that in?
Yeah.
Or what questions?
How is another good opener for powerful questions. Like, how is it over there? How was it? How is this? How is that? It has a person reflect and dive in deep to reference what's going on. And yeah, the reason that we do it, you know, it's such a powerful tool for us as coaches because, of course, and we haven't really gone into coaching, what coaching is and what it isn't. So there's another show there, like the difference between mentoring, consulting and coaching, because I think it's largely unknown unless you've experienced it. So the reason we do that with our clients is because we make up that clients are coming to us because they want autonomy, they want more self-awareness, and they want to open up the possibilities and the perspectives that are available to them. But they've either lost sight of that or they aren't aware that there are any new perspectives. You know, it is very much, I've siloed myself off down an avenue. Powerful questions encourage them to dive in deep, doesn't it?
Yeah. Perspectives. What's your current perspective on that?
Yeah, or belief. Yeah, perspectives or belief.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing, isn't it? It's kind of, if we were to just ask them, you know, so what will you do, and when will you do it, and you know, what is the goal you want to achieve, these things are fine. They're absolutely fine. And actually, largely, we do finish coaching sessions on that. So what will you do? How will I know? And when will you do it? That kind of just brings it in so that the client can move forward their agenda, or they can move forwards with this thing that they're struggling with. But the actual reflection piece, the piece around discovering more about who they are, what they take a stand for, what they care about, that comes through us asking them powerful questions, doesn't it?
Yeah. So again, like the last podcast we did, I'm curious how we might be able to pass some of this on to our Safe Harbour listeners, maybe do some demos around how they might use this practically, talking to mates. And
brilliant.
How about that?
So let's do that then. Yeah. Shall I play the client and you play the coach?
Go on then.
Okay, cool. So I'll just riff something here that I'm exploring currently, and you can ask me some powerful open questions and we'll see where we go. And then, or actually maybe you can ask me some closed questions first and model that, and then we shift to a place of open, powerful questions and model that. How does that sound?
All right, we'll give it a go. Put me on the spot.
Sorry. Is that, well,
That's all right.
Let's give it a shot.
There's
no getting it wrong here. Okay, so
like we're just down a pub having a pint.
All right. Yeah.
What do you fancy?
Yeah. You're just giving me a really good cue to stick some atmospherics in the background.
Oh yeah. What do you want? Guinness? Just do some more product placements.
Okay. As sponsored by Guinness. Yeah.
Sponsored by Stroud Brewery.
There we go. All right. So here we go. Let's get into it then. So closed questions. Yeah. This cordons me off and this sends me into a yes/no place. Right. So, Jamie, hi mate.
Hi, mate.
I'm just here for some coaching, of course, and I'm wanting to get more clarity around this job that I'm doing at work. And I have this project manager who is a bit of a swine, and he's really pushing me in directions I don't want to be pushed in. He's making me work late.
Why is he making him work late?
Why? I don't know. He's just a bit of a swine, really. He's a slave driver.
Why? Why is he a swine?
I don't know.
What are you going to do about it?
Oh, geez. I don't know. I was hoping I could find some alternative perspectives on what I could do about this, but I feel confused now.
Right. You're confused?
I feel like I don't have many options here.
Right.
No.
Do you want some advice?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. Do I? No. Yes.
Okay.
Well, I feel like if you give me advice, then I'm going to become reliant upon you giving me advice. I want to be able to... You're not there at work with me.
I'll tell you what I should do, right? I'll tell you what I should do. Well, let's get another drink. Do you want another beer?
Yeah. That much I know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's pause, because literally I've got no more energy. Yeah, I got no more energy. So you notice what was happening there? Literally, it felt like we were going together down this dead-end street, didn't it? We had no options.
Glued.
And you were asking me why, and I was feeling on the spot. And even though I was making up that story, I don't have a project manager and all that stuff, but I was just riffing on it. But I felt really shut down. I don't know about you. It was like...
Yeah, even I felt like I didn't know what to do.
And we ran out of words, right? And that's what happens. We run out of oxygen. We run out of words. It's like, I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, with the why question. Got you in your head and me in my head.
And that's
I was panicking. I was going, I need to give him some advice.
Yeah. So you were panicking, feeling like you need to fix it for me. Give me advice as a mate.
As soon as I say, do you want some advice? Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I think so. Why would I say no to that? But then... Really, what do you know about where I work? What do you know about my experience of it? And that's the thing, as coaches and clients, we feel as if we may know something about the predicament or that client that's coming up, or the story that's coming up with that client, but due to working with them previously or comparing with our own stuff, but largely we don't know that person's life. So we've got to, we're helping people be autonomous here. We're not giving them solutions. That's the difference between consultant and coach, which we'll talk about in a future episode in depth. So how about we do a little bit of modeling of powerful questions or open questions? Sound good?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so let's play the same roles again then. And let's pretend this time maybe I'm your client and you're a poorly trained coach. He was determined to give me some.
Because we're still down the pub, right?
Sorry, no, we're doing the open questions now, honey. Powerful questions. So you're a wonderful coach. You're just Jamie doing his Jamie thing.
All right.
Okay.
So we're not down the pub now.
No. All right. So
Hi, Phil.
Hi. So I'm going to be Phil this time as well.
Okay.
And I'm just thinking about the new year and projects, because I can head into a number of different avenues and I can do a number of different projects, and I'm pretty excited about a couple of them, and I want to kind of explore those a little bit more. And I'm just not sure. I'm stuck in a bit of a binary place of should I choose this or should I choose that? Because I can't be in all places at all times, and my energy gets diffused, and I don't want to exhaust myself pursuing something that could be interesting.
So I saw you go like this: one hand this way, one hand that way, left.
So I've put my hands up, and so left and right. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which way do you want to go now?
Well, I feel like when you ask me that, I need to define what left hand is and right hand is.
So what's your right hand there?
So my right hand is the podcast, our podcast, Safe Harbour, this one. Yeah. And the left hand is one-to-one coaching.
All right.
One-to-one coaching.
So the podcast in the right hand. How do you feel about that right now?
It feels great, and I think there's a reason that the podcast is in the right hand. I'm right-handed, and it feels like that's my stronger arm. That's my stronger. That's my default place that I go to because I'm right-handed. When I'm or creating, that's my dominant hand. Yeah. So when I think about that, I think about, well, I'm passionate about this podcast, as you know, I love it, and it makes me feel really alive when I engage with it.
Right, cool. So the left one, what's in the left hand?
I go to the left hand, and that's like classical one-to-one coaching, the thing that I was doing for a good few years.
So what do you notice about that when you hold on that and look at it? What do you see there?
Well, traditional coaching, just as it stands, feels a little bit done. I feel a little bit done with that. I mean, I am a coach, but I blend it with the podcast kind of conversations. There's richness and diversity in this on this right hand.
Yeah,
and on the left hand, I just feel like, it feels a bit heavy and a bit.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that.
Feels heavy, and you've done that. So what do you want to do with that in your left hand?
I want to kind of gently put it down because I respect it, and it's brought me a long way. And I want to kind of put down that kind of pure traditional one-to-one coaching. There you go, just on the tabletop there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it makes me feel, great. Now I can hold on to this, or I can take both hands and I can put it underneath the podcast. But I notice now that it's not just a podcast that I'm holding here, but I have the potential of exploring my filmmaking and my photography more, my story portraits. And it's actually bringing all of me to the service that I provide.
Great.
And not being stuck in that siloed way.
Beautiful. Yeah. Great. Lovely.
Yeah, and I'm noticing that I don't want to stop. I'm noticing, I don't want to kind of call this a day on this
get into a flow. It's very, very easy. That felt. How did it feel for you?
More like a dance, more like a kind of building on yes and instead of no but. Yeah. I think those closed questions were making me feel like I had to choose between this and that. And I think that's what those no but questions or yes or no questions have us do. They make us have to choose, and it's like, well, here's your option, Phil. You go this or this. And I feel under pressure. Whereas this one, it was like painting a picture together with you. It was like, okay, you were asking me questions which were like fireworks going off, It was like boom, boom, there's colours going off here, colours going off there.
And you physically had them in your hands, right?
I did. I like that you brought that physicality in as well. Yeah, you were kind of responding to what was going on. And I noticed I forgot I was doing a demo with you there, and I was just exploring it. It was really, it was cool. I did actually genuinely get some insights there.
Yeah.
And I have parked my traditional pure one-to-one coaching on the side, and I'm bringing in, my conscious entrepreneur coaching and blending that much more with my photography and filmmaking, and our podcast is there too. So instead of it being either this or that, I'm blending it. So when I freed up my left hand, when I put down that kind of should, which it is a should, I got could instead. and I brought them all together, and I was just like, and I had like, I know you can't see this, listeners, but I had kind of, I'm bringing my right hand underneath my left hand. It's like it's like I'm bowling my hands, and I've got possibility in front of me. I'm bringing it all together like a bowl of nourishing soup or something.
Yeah, you were really animated. You really lit up when you put that other one, when you put that coaching thing down.
Yeah.
I noticed you went,
Yeah.
this thing, it's this jewel. And then that, if we'd have carried on, then that
Yeah.
we would have unpacked that some more.
Yeah.
Well, how does that feel? And what do you want to do with this now?
Yeah, and I can feel that's where my head is going, actually, and my heart is going. You know,
What's possible now?
Yeah, exactly. What's possible now is the land of imagination stems from that place, the land of creativity. Yeah.
So what did you notice about the questions that you were asked in terms of how they sparked
I
your
think
curiosity?
my brain doesn't necessarily. I think our brains don't necessarily like open questions. Well, I'll phrase that differently. My logical brain struggled with the open questions because it wanted to compartmentalize my responses to you. It wanted to say, what's the right answer? I think I'm going to give him the right answer here so that we can make forwards progress.
Right.
And it relied upon what I already knew. It didn't allow for any creativity, play, exploration from outside. So what it does is just reference from a place of comparison from the past, or from a place of logic, from what has kind of kept me alive, maybe, you know, and it was very limited. So I felt very limited, and it feels like I have to provide you with a good answer. There's a right and a wrong.
Right. Yeah.
So there's a potential for shame in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For tripping up and getting it wrong. Yeah.
It's horrible. You feel very much on the spot. Like, better get this right, Phil.
Well, it can trigger lots of saboteurs and all kinds of things, can't it? If you're in a conversation with someone, and it feels like they're not intending to catch you out, but it feels a bit like I could get caught out here.
Yeah. And we feel like we need to kind of look good or prove ourselves sometimes as well. And sometimes, you know, I've had clients in the past where they feel like they need to be good clients, you know, in inverted commas. They need to show up in a certain way. They need to say all the right answers. And I think you're absolutely right. That comes from a place of their inner critic, or that voice which is wanting them to avoid shame. So they come pre-prepared, and they've got all the great sounding answers to the questions. But I don't know about you, but for me it feels like you're not present in this, client, are you? I'm hearing you answer, and you sound considered and certain, but there's no energy in you. There's no spark, or there's no fizz in your responses.
Yeah.
Do you feel that too?
Yeah, definitely. And that it's in that level 3 again. We were talking about level 3. That's when I noticed that, and that's when I sometimes will draw courage in myself as a coach to act on that urge and dare to be courageous, to call them out somehow.
How might you phrase that, out of curiosity? How might you call them out? You know, how would you phrase that? Because I would
notice
imagine,
okay,
I would imagine
so
it could shut people down if you were just like,
it could.
Come on, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be like the down the pub version, wouldn't it? Come on, mate, don't give me that. I might say something like, I notice you're saying that, but I don't feel it. I don't feel it from you. You know, I there's a sense that you're just saying it, and I don't feel it.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Holding a mirror, basically, a big mirror.
And I was feeling into that when you said that to me, and it the way that you phrased that, it made me feel like, he sees me, and I wanna help you see a new perspective. It wasn't like, come on, mate, don't bullshit me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, that's not the right answer. Give me another answer. So when you phrased it in that way, and because of the energy you said that with, it made me feel like, oh, you're right. You're right, mate. Yeah, I'm going to explore this with you as well. I'm going to think into it a bit more.
Yeah, so if we're in the pub, I might, but this is just bringing up for me, it's like, I might, to use a metaphor with a mate, I might go, look, I can see this thing you're talking about, but come over here. If you just just walk around this side. If you come around here and look at it from here, can you see what I can see?
Yeah.
Look over there. Can you see it? Can you see it from my angle?
Mm.
It's just like inclusive. It's bringing my mate in and going, yeah, I hear what you're saying. But if you come over here, what about if you look at it from here? Oh, yeah. And then he'll go, shit, yeah, I can see it, yeah. look, if you just squat down a bit and just look through this gap, can you see through that gap? It's a bit like that, right?
This will look really colourful in a pub.
Let's
say, come over here, mate. Go on, look down under the table there. What's down there?
Yeah.
But
so it's coming from love. It's coming from love, and it's coming from curiosity. I want my mate to go, I've just seen it. Yeah. Come over here. You can see it if you can look. Yeah.
And that takes a lot for us to. And there's another thing in coaching we talk about a lot, which is self-management. And you know, it takes a lot of self-management for you as the questioner or you as the coach with your client to not get hooked on being right. I'm going to provide some value or solutions to this person here. Here we go. I've got the answer for this. No, we can't go there because genuinely we don't. We might hear the story and it might be familiar, but you don't know that person's story, not in all its infinite detail, not in all the colours of the mosaic that person's life equates to.
Yeah. In a coaching context, we have to allow, as coaches, we have to allow the client to not have to walk around the pub table to come and look through this gap.
Yeah.
I'm meaning that from a context of, you know, like talking to a mate down the pub, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, this is like, it comes from love. I want to grab him and go, come over here and look at this. But sure, yeah, you're right.
I mean, physically speaking,
when we're coaching clients, we have to allow them to see that themselves.
Yeah. I was just going to say, like, physically speaking, you could do that with a mate in a pub, and it can shift things up. It absolutely can, by moving them physically, or putting your arm around them, showing a bit of physicality when we're allowed to do that again, of course. But there's that. But then metaphorically speaking, you can do that as well. And at first it might feel like a bit out of context. It's like, hold on, why is John? I notice whenever I mention theoretical, it's always John. Poor John, whoever this John is.
I don't even know someone. Oh, I do actually.
No, that's probably why I do it. Yeah, because I don't know any Johns.
You don't want to name a John.
No, John. No, but I was just like, let's just say you were out with a mate. You were going for a wander with a mate, and you knew that they wanted to speak a little bit deeper than normal. You knew that they had something on their mind. But the relationship you had with that guy has always been one of offering up help. Let's go out for a bike ride together. Let's go down the pub. Let's forget about it, basically. Let's move forwards, move on from this, pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Say that you wanted to practice these powerful questions, this deep dive into this. It's going to take you to have some balls and have some bravery to show up differently, to appear differently, right? Like, it's going to look and feel differently. So maybe if you go out and have a wander and you go out into nature and you're like, let's go for a wander. And you say, do you know, how are you doing, mate? That's a powerful question. How are you doing? Like, how are things really over there? I'm noticing, I don't know, like, you've been a bit quiet recently, or I've been a bit quiet recently. How about you model it first and you allow them to get curious with you? And you don't have to teach them how to ask powerful questions, but if you model that openness, I make up that they'll naturally ask you powerful questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you reckon, Jamie?
Definitely. Yeah. I think modeling anything really is a way of inviting someone in to do the dance that you just said, you know, like that, having that dance. It's like giving permission, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we just do a quick demo? I just
got
an urge. Just want to follow an urge.
Please.
Just from what you just said, let's go for a walk.
Okay.
So you are curious that I've been quiet.
All right.
They're like, let's model what it would look like to sort of coax me out of, you know, let's go for a walk. So we're just going to go for a walk.
Okay. All right, mate. I'm just, it's good to see you. I've been feeling like you've been a bit distant lately.
Yeah. I've got a lot on my plate at the minute.
Yeah. No, I really hear that. Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know, really. Don't know. I find it quite difficult to talk about.
Yeah. Is there anything that would make it easier for you to talk about? Like, you know, I just want you to know that, you know, obviously you're my mate, and whatever we chat about here I'm not going to tell anybody about this. It's not going to leave.
Right. Yeah.
This wander.
Yeah. I trust you. Yeah. I trust you, mate. Yeah. crikey, I just don't know where to start, actually.
Mm.
I have been quiet. I have been distant. I'm
Mm.
feeling anxious, all the stuff that's going off in the world. I'm worried about money. I'm anxious about what's happening with the COVID thing and Brexit, and I don't know, just feeling really overwhelmed, mate.
Yeah, I get it. It's pretty wild at the moment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know where to start, really.
Yeah, I notice lots of sighing there. I know for me, when I sigh a lot, it's because I need to take a breath, and it's almost like my body's way of telling me to just take a pause, mate, and just sort of. How are you feeling, like, in this moment, like on an emotional scale? Like, I know, sometimes we talk about emotions, and it's hard to do, but what's the weather like over there, if that makes sense?
Just feel a bit heavy. Feels like foggy. It feels the weather. Yeah, it's just foggy, and I can't really see very far. So I just feel a bit stuck and alone. I feel a little bit at sea.
Can I help in any way?
What can you help me with? Just nice to talk, actually. This is just nice to just feel seen and heard. I don't really have anyone to talk to about this stuff,
And I know it's tough. I find it very tough sharing, even with you being my mate. I find it very tough to share this stuff because it's vulnerable, right? It's I feel vulnerable talking with you about this stuff now, so I can only imagine that because you're telling me about stuff from a difficult place, it must feel vulnerable too.
Yeah, it does. And it's just nice to talk about it, actually. I don't think I don't need any help as such. I've got to go through this myself, but feels nice just to walk and talk.
Yeah, I think that's when I get into this sort of situation sometimes, or this sort of funk, I might call it in my language, then I actually don't want solutions, because I can find solutions on YouTube or wherever I need those solutions, or books or whatever. I just find I just need to share it, and for me, it's I know how difficult it is just to kind of take the lid off it and share it with a mate, and so I know how that is. Not looking for answers, but just I just want you to know that you can always share with me whenever you need to, whatever time of day that is.
It's nice to know. Yeah, I trust you, mate. It's cool. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I feel better. Feel better.
Nice. So that was just an example. Yeah, is that what you were talking about, Jamie? To sort of model something like that?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated or strategic or skill packed,
No.
Or it's just listening, isn't it? And that would have, if we'd have, and I genuinely was talking from a place of how I feel today. I do. The weather does feel a bit foggy and feel a bit lost at the minute, stuff that's going on. So that was me authentically speaking from just feeling a bit flat at the minute, and you just held the space for me.
And that was interesting because that shows the closeness of human beings. We started out modeling something there, a theoretical space, I guess, or a theoretical setup that could happen between two mates, two guys. And reality surfaced through it, didn't it? So things blend and bleed into relationships and friendships and things like that all the time. I'm not being a coach with Jamie, and he's not being a client for me, but it's just the quality of presence for that other person.
It's just about daring to stay, isn't it? What you did there was you stayed. You had no agenda. You didn't want to fix or take me anywhere. You were just telling me this is how I received it. You were just holding space for me. I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere. You can trust me to feel safe. What's the weather like there? Simple question like that. What's the weather like? Because what that did for me was it enabled me to close my eyes and just check in with myself. Because that how are you is a generic thing, isn't it? It's quite a big question, isn't it?
It is.
What
huge.
do you really want to know?
Yeah.
How are you? But how's the weather over there? What do you mean, how's the weather? Well,
Yeah.
what's going on in there for you?
So it's a kind of
It just
powerful
feels
question as
foggy
well, isn't
and
it? Yeah.
heavy. And
I mean, how are you can be a powerful question as well, of course, but it's like, no, how are you really, mate? I know I'm
yeah,
asking you,
how are
how
you
are you?
really?
But how are you really? What's going on over there for you? So it can be about tone of voice as well. Your intention behind the question that you ask your friend.
Mm.
Yeah, how are you really, mate? I notice we say mate a lot at the end there. You don't have to do that part.
That's just me and you,
It's
isn't it?
just me and you, yeah. Okay, that was brilliant, Jamie. Thank you. How do you want to close out today's episode?
I guess I want to leave the Safe Harbour listeners with an invitation or an inquiry to go there, with your friend, and go and ask them, how are you doing, and how are you really doing. Really deeply check in and ask some of these questions that we've been talking about today. Some of these what questions, and what is it about that as you feel that way.
Mm.
And what matters to you about that? These questions that really ask deeper inquiry states, to really go there, to dare to go there. Because I trust whoever you are listening to this right now, I trust that you know exactly how to do this. It's thousands of years old. It's sitting in circle. It's ceremonious, just asking each other questions, isn't it?
Mm.
I just think we've got out of practice.
Yeah.
I think we've spent so many years since mobile phones and things come out, and texting and emailing and WhatsApping and the rest of it. I think it's dehumanized how we talk to each other, mouth to mouth. Go for a walk, go down the pub, go to the gym, whatever it is you do, and ask your mate, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And dare to go further than, yeah, I'm all right, mate. Cool. All right. What do you want to drink?
And you can put mate on the end as well if you want. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
We used up our quota, but you can. You're free reign. Yeah.
Yeah. What's coming up for you at the end of this?
Dude, it's actually it's a simple tool. So I think oftentimes we can lose touch with the tools that we've been taught as coaches, can't we? And because we practice them all the time, and it's become, just built into how our operating system almost. Powerful questions, levels of listening, like we spoke about last time. And it's just reminded me of the power of open questions. It's inquiry, isn't it? It's inquiry into the other person's well-being without needing to jump in with the solutions, because that actually doesn't help. Providing a solution is like a band-aid over the top of the thing that person may be struggling with right now. And oftentimes it's just, I know for me, it's just that I want to be able to share it and speak freely with someone so that I can just offload it and I can normalize it. I don't feel so isolated with it. So that's kind of what I'm walking away with. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Good conversation, as ever. So again, I just want to encourage you, if you're enjoying the Safe Harbour episodes as much as we are making them, please do share them with the guys that you know, with your friends, with your relatives, colleagues. Send them over to Apple Podcasts and please do leave us a review. It goes a long, long way, because that means that Apple then pushes us up and in front of people that haven't necessarily heard us. And we really want to normalize this kind of conversation between two men and many men as well. So please leave us a review and rate, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.